I enjoy music.
Good. Now, how about other members of your family and their activities in Valley Stream?
My very youngest sister, she taught at Buck School. Well, she first started teaching at Brooklyn Avenue. She was a kindergarten teacher there, and then when there was an opening for a second grade teacher, which she specialized in, she went over to, that was in Brooklyn Avenue. She went over to Buck, and she taught there until she started having children, and then she stayed home and took care of the kids. And then I had two aunts that taught school in the 24 district. Both of them sixth grade teachers. They, Mrs. Dibble taught in Brooklyn Avenue and Mrs. Sedberg in Franklin Avenue.
And their names are often mentioned by people we interview. Yes. I believe your family came from a farm upstate, right? And you came down to Valley Stream in, what was the year again?
25.
25. Okay, the 20. So, what are some of the changes that you have seen in Valley Stream in the years since 1925?
Well, of course, it's become very crowded. Years ago, we were the last house on the block, and we could play in the woods, and everybody came down to the end of the block and played in the woods, and we used to have some great times. Now there isn't, I don't think there's any place where there's woods anymore, except in the park. But the thing that I think bothers most of us that have lived here for any length of time is the fact that they don't take pride in the village. They'd rather go to a mall. I know it's hard to park, but even the people who can walk to the village don't walk to the village anymore. So consequently, people that have stores and try to make a go out of it, they just can't make it because there's no backing from the people who live here. They'd rather go where they can do all their shopping in one big mall than they would if they had all these little shops. And over the years, there's been so many really wonderful shops down in the village. The Cardinal shop, you couldn't have asked for a better shop than the Cardinal was. But people just wouldn't support it, so they had to go the way of everything else. And there's really nothing that attracts people to the village anymore. Just, it's too bad. And of course, the people who take pride in their town, most of them have gone, and the people coming in, they knew that this is the way they've always known it to be, so they just don't. But I still think it's a lovely, lovely place to live in, and I feel so happy that I've been able to stay here. Because
Yes, and when you moved out of your house and you moved into Monica Village, right? The senior citizen housing. And can you tell us about how convenient it is to be living here?
oh, you can, within 2 blocks, you can do almost anything. You can go to the supermarket, you can go to the drugstores, you can go have your cleaning done, eat. You can do almost anything.
Get a bus?
Yes, you can walk
get a
a
train.
block and a half, and you can get a bus, and it'll take you into Jamaica, and you can take the subway into the city, or you can walk over, which is a couple more blocks, to the train and take the train into the city. And keep it so beautiful here. Everything is kept so nice, and it's so clean, and you feel so secure. You don't have to worry about somebody breaking in, or It's just a lovely place to be, and we're so fortunate to have a place like this thought of by our village fathers. 'Cause it means a lot to have a place that you can come to, and because so many people here, they couldn't keep a house up anymore, and to have to hire somebody in all the time to take care of your house, it gets so it's not yours. But so many things here to do. We mentioned the Historical Society and the park. There's activities all the time up there. And in the summertime, they have the beautiful concerts in the park, the Village Green, actually. But
Yes, you didn't mention the library that's within
oh,
walking.
I know. You know why I don't? Because we have such a nice place downstairs that people bring their books and leave, and you can take them and bring them back. And but I do go to the library a lot. It's I can remember when that was in the storefront down on Rockaway Avenue, almost to the railroad tracks. And my mother used to take us by the hand over there, and we'd go and we could have books to take home with us.
They called it the Lending Library.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm. I had forgotten that myself.
Yes.
And it's really there's things here to do if you only just take the time to find out about them. There's almost anything you want.
You were going to say something about your father in town.
Yes, my father and my uncle Elmer Dibble, when they stopped building homes, they started a small store, hardware store on the avenue. And later they moved up to where Mitchell's is now. And they had hardware, and my father was a registered master locksmith. And he did locks all over. And
What was the name of the store?
Dibble and Ballou.
Mhm.
And then it was at the beginning, or actually at the end of the Depression, and people weren't able to buy things and they went under. So that but they were there for about 6 years, I guess.
I see. Okay. Well, thank you very much.